What is good, everyone? It is your boy Pat Bernard, aka the Gobbler, aka Pat from Ambler, and man, these fighting Phils just there was no fight today. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. There was no fight with the Phils today. Where was the offense? Usually, I'm here to talk about how bad the pitching usually is. I can't do that tonight. I can't do that. Christopher Sanchez and Spencer Strider put on a clinic as far as pitching. One key caveat. That is, Christopher Sanchez got worked in the beginning. That small little mistake is what cost the Phillies today. Christopher Sanchez had 10 Ks. His only problem was Austin Riley. Austin Riley has a hits a 2-run home run off of him, hits a sack off of him, and a single. Put up 3 runs off of Christopher Sanchez. He was that Christopher Sanchez, Austin Riley was his kryptonite. Was his kryptonite. After that, I mean, he was on fine. His changeup, his sinkers were fine. Getting guys swinging, low and away. Bryson Stott, the only run of the night with a single inside, and that's one thing I'll give Spencer Strider. His fastballs. He put down Alec Bohm twice, put down that Brandon Marsh twice. He went through this lineup like a knife through butter, a hot knife through butter. Spencer Strider was wheeling and dealing. And where was the offense tonight? That was the big question. Where was the offense? You only have one hit, one RBI. Where was it? Gone. Where all you guys come at me, right? Call me this. Oh, you're too busy, isn't it? Right? Where all you blindfolded homers? Where's Mike Laro, my broadcast partner? Where's he at? Oh, you go get a dog. Oh, Charlie Morton, you can't. Oh, the old choice. You lost 3 out of 4, bro. We lost 3 out of 4. Okay. The Braves have a staff. I trying to tell everyone this is what you're about to deal with. Oh, the postseason. This ain't the postseason, though. Did you not see? They were now celebrating new LL champions, LL East champions, rather. Come on, guys. Here we go. Here goes some of the great comments. Starting off with my man, Dave Yarnell. What's up, Dave? Offense was silent tonight. They looked lifeless. Yeah, Dave, they did. They did, Dave. Alec Bohm wasn't effective till the end, off a Brad Hand. My man, Adam Popple. Sanchez was good. For him to allow 4 runs in a 7 1/3, there was more than that you asked for from him. Strider is an ace for a reason. Yeah, Strider is an ace. Strider is an ace. But I was told I was crazy. I was told I was crazy when I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. This Braves offense is for real. And one little hiccup will cost you. Will cost you. And that's what happened tonight. The little hiccup that Christopher Sanchez had in the beginning, this offense, Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzy Albies, right? He had a double. Kevin Pillar with a double. It got them their final run. Here goes Roxy. What's up, Roxy? Checking in. We Braves fans fear the Phillies because they are good. They never go away. I was surprised that they had no game today. Sanchez was tough. Oh, look at this. Tough. He's got Austin every time. He was great. Go Braves. Hey, listen, Roxy. Thank you for checking in. And as a Phillies fan, I know what I'm going against. Okay, I know what I'm going against. That Braves pitching staff is dangerous. That Braves lineup, everyone's telling me go get a dog. You blindfolded Homer fans like my broadcast partner Mike Laro is hiding under a rock because I'm telling the truth. I knew this was we were going to get our hands in. Oh well, it's going to be like last year. How do you know? How do you know the Braves ain't built for the long haul? Oh, they're going to choke. How do you know? Hell, how do you know? Uh, Adam Popple checking in again. He goes, it was going because the great pitching stops great hitting. Yeah. And Walter checking. What's up, my man Walter? Walter even staying up late, hanging out with me. That's great. I love my man Walter. Spencer Strider got plummeted by St. Louis in his previous start. Was knocked out in the was knocked out 2 innings. St. Louis took 2 out of 3 from the Braves. Guess who the Braves play next? St. Louis. Yeah, well, listen, St. Louis are probably the most dangerous animal right now. They have nothing to play for. So what does that mean? A lot of guys are going to get called up to try out for next year. And what a lot of young players are going to try to earn a spot, whether it's here or audition for somewhere else. They have nothing to lose. They are the most dangerous animal right now. I hope the Phillies, and I got to be honest with you guys, if the Phillies wind up sweeping the Cardinals, that does nothing for me. You're moving up in the wild cards ratings standings rather. You're only, by the way, you're only a game and a half up on the Cubs. So if you somehow to fall apart in this series against the Cardinals, and St. Louis, we could be on the outside looking in. And don't forget, after you get done with the Cardinals, you go down to Atlanta and you got to deal with the Braves again. We lost 3 out of 4 to the Braves, guys. Let's smell the coffee a little bit. Let's open our eyes. That's what we're about to deal with. You want that again? I don't. My man Dave check-in. Don't be surprised if the Cardinals beat them after what the Phillies did to them in the playoffs last season. Just saying. Look, Dave, it's old New Year. Like I said, I'm not worried about revenge factor. I'm worried about the Cardinals not having nothing to play for, and they want to try a bunch of new, bring guys up and try and get them to earn roster spots. So, is it likely that the Phillies could spank them? Yeah, on paper. On paper. And we have to look over our shoulders. We got to now look in the rearview mirrors and make sure that the Cubs are starting to fall back because the Cubs are right there, guys. The Cubs are right there. Adam Pavlicek and the Phillies are three. The Phillies are 3-7 versus the Braves this year. They are 10-21 against divisional leaders. Wow, wow, yes, yes, Adam. So what this tells me is this year, when this Phillies team gets tested against good quality teams, against you know playoff like tests, they fail. They get the letter F. John Blaze, Tomahawk, 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 GG Phillies. All right, I take it you're obviously a big Braves fan. Welcome into the show. And look, Braves fans have the right to be celebrating. They just won the NL East. They punched their ticket tonight. They're going to the dance. Are we? Not so sure. Not so sure if we're going to the dance. I'm not so sure if the Phillies can make it. You still have to go through another round of the Phillies. And don't be reminded that this is where you play the division. Okay? You still got to go with the Mets. Mets have nothing to play for, but I'm pretty sure they want to play spoiler alert for the Phils. There's a long, we need to survive September. We're not guaranteed a postseason spot. We're not guaranteed. So the problem with the Phillies is that they are reliable starters in their Wheeler. Have one reliable starter in Wheeler. Yes, they didn't pitch yet well yesterday, but normally reliable. Other than him, who else do we trust? Who do we really trust? Good question, Adam. Who do we really trust? Who do we really trust? And my thing is, it's not just that arm. It's the whole. It's the whole from start of the bullpen. I got 3 guys I could trust, right? Wheeler, Kimbrel, Hoffman. That's it. Wheeler, Nola is too inconsistent. He's been an emotional roller coaster this whole season. Taiwan Walker is mediocre. Michael Lorenzen stinks. Christopher Sanchez was good tonight, but other than that, you're not going to get that. Ranger Suarez was good the other night, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to get that same Ranger Suarez either. So, guys, roll fast. Let me go to these great sponsors, and I'll be right with you on the other side because I still want to get into this.
All right, guys, let's talk about Cherry Law Firm. If you get hurt at work in a motor vehicle accident, personal injury, or affected by criminal law, you got to call David R. Cherry of the Cherry Firm. Call 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your rights. Again, that number is 610-565-0300. That's 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your right. All right, guys, if you're a Philly sports fan and you want to travel with your favorite team, then travel with the best. Go to phillysportstrips.com. They have self-travel packages and full travel packages available with round-trip flights from the Philadelphia airport. Packages include direct flights, 4-night stays, all-inclusive tailgate parties, lower-level group tickets. Whatever you want, you got it with phillysportstrips.com. If you want to travel to an upcoming Phillies game, make sure you check out Philly Sports Trips. And do not forget, Philly Sports Trips has all the away trips for the Eagles' upcoming 2023 season. Jump on it now because you do not want to lose out on all these great opportunities. Go to phillysportstrips.com.
All right, guys, thank you so much. I am back with you. It's me, Pat Bernard, a.k.a. The Gobbler, a.k.a. Pat from Ambler. And, guys, this has been a stressful night. It's been stressful. Again, this is your playoff test. And we failed. We failed. And I knew this was going to happen. And everyone got so excited and all this other stuff. Why? Why? You got smashed. The pitching cost you games. And now the offense. There was no offense tonight. Here goes some more people coming in. I appreciate it. My man Joe, how many games do they have to win and make the playoffs? Well, Joe, good question. They got a lot in front of them. They got a lot. They need to get together, Joe. It doesn't matter how many games are in front of them. It matters if they can survive September. September. It's so funny. Like, so you guys know I'm part of the attacking third, and the Phillies and the Union seasons are always, this whole summer has been parallel. And here they both teams are. The Union are about to run a gauntlet in September, and so are the Phillies. It's amazing. And they both need to win because by the end of September, you could be in making the playoffs or you could be outside looking in. It's up to the Phillies. And I don't see the Phillies, even though the Braves have made the playoffs, I still feel like they're going to still be playing some of their starters. They're more likely going to be playing their starters. And then what? Then more trouble comes to you. My man Walter checking in. Manager Flopper is playing possum, saving everything for the playoffs. If you make it there, Walter, you have to make it. You have to make it to the dance. There's still teams right in the rearview mirror. You played Mario Kart, right? All it takes is one shell to fall apart. Destroy this car. My man Adam says, I think the Brewers pose a huge threat to the playoffs. They have really good pitching. Yeah, Adam, they're all around good baseball team. The Brewers are. Again, everyone thinks that everything, 2022 is going to rehash itself. I got newsflash. Things are different. Things are different. And it's so funny because, like, me and my broadcast partner, Mike Lauer, right? he keeps saying I'm a nut job from Northeast, right? There must be something in the waters of Delco because my man's head is just so, you know, I love him, but I think he's a blindfolded homer. Uh, Here goes my man Dave Arnold checking in. He goes, now the Giants are one game out of the wild card spot. It's definitely getting interesting down the stretch. Yeah, Dave, it is getting interesting down the stretch. My man Joe says, at least Harper's starting to step up. Uh, all right. That's good. Yeah. But I got some news for you there, Mr. Joe Howe, and I appreciate you checking into the show. Our boy Trey Turner, who's been on fire, right? He's been on fire ever since since the fans got rallied behind him. As I call him, Trey the Terminator Turner. He was 0 for 4 tonight. 0 for 4 tonight. Bryce Harper has been good. Um, Again, not too much hitting. Brandon Marsh was good, but guess what? He got K'd twice by Strider. Like I said, Alec Bohm, a solid night for the Phillies offensively. You can't have hiccups right now. You can't have bump in the roads. Again, you're playing quality playoff teams now. You're going to be playing against divisional opponents. Yeah, if you want to say I'm scared, I should get my dog because I'm a realist and I keep it real with you because I see the problems that the Phillies are going to have. Knowing I know this pitching staff, like me and Adam just talked about, I can only come up with three guys, three quality arms out of a whole bullpen. I'm talking about stars too. Yeah, it's scary. My man Adam says, Pat, I agree. Everything is falling into place last year for the Phillies. Hard to have a magical run 2 years in a row. By the way, I am from Delco. I guess I don't. Yeah, well, listen, Adam. Yeah, you're one of the rare breeds from Delco. But I'm not gonna say that people tell me I should get a dog and everything else. Yeah, yeah, I should be that guy. Uh, all right, Brian says water. Yeah, okay. I don't know what that exactly means, but all right. Thanks for checking in the show. My man Walter says, I believe the last three times they had a day off, they lose. They lose time to get time to change that Friday. Look, Friday going to be a prime time game against the St. Louis Cardinals. Great, wonderful, terrific. Like I said, if they sweep the Cardinals, you're supposed to sweep the Cardinals. But if you don't sweep the Cardinals and you start losing, because, like I said, the Cardinals have nothing to lose. They are the most dangerous animal right now. They're going to try some young talent to see who can make roster spots for next year. They have nothing to lose. On paper, yeah, you're supposed to sweep them. Great, wonderful. Does that really do anything for you? No. Um, Adam goes, Nola pitches Friday over under on the road on home runs allowed by him. Good question, Adam. I don't know. It's the better question here. Let me answer you a question, Adam. What inning does he fall apart? Third, fourth, first? Because he gives you that one inning, and then you just start pulling your hair out. But when he gets dialed in, he gets dialed in. He says fifth. My man Dave says, just in case you didn't know, the game against the Cardinals is on Apple TV. Good. So if they get sloppy, I won't have to see it. It's a win-win. And I got Apple TV, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, this is guys, this is scary. This is scary. What this Phillies team is about to run into. Like I said, September's gauntlet. Okay, they got the Pirates. Great. They got the Mets looking to play spoilers. Okay, they still got to go against the Braves for another series. It's funny. We were laughing and giggling in round two of the playoffs, postseason divisional. We were laughing and giggling at the Braves. Look who's laughing and giggling now, because we might not be there. They can make it. They got, like I said, they punched their ticket. Phillies will make the playoffs, may win a round, but done after that. Yeah, I agree, Adam. Everyone thinks that, all you have to do is get in. Yeah, true. All you have to do is to get in. But you really think this team has what it takes to run? But according to Mike Laro, my broadcast partner, they have a better pitching staff than they did last year. I don't think so. I think they have a better offense than they did last year. But I don't think they have a better pitching staff. And let's be honest, talk about the offense. Um, and we all love our Trey Turner dearly, but he didn't start getting cooking until way after the All Star break. It had to take the fans to get behind him to push him. You know what I mean? And it's just keeping it real with you. But I look at the Phillies. You're really going to be a real threat to the what's cooking league. Alan, you just brought it up. The the Brewers, the Braves, the Dodgers. But Mike just thinks everything falls into place like it did last year. Nothing reinvents itself. Dave Yarn checking in goes, Pirates took 2 out of 3 from them out in Pittsburgh. Just saying. Yeah, Dave. Again, the Pirates. Again, they have another team. They have nothing to play for other than bring up young talent, and that's it. So, but you know what? You can't go. You can't. At some point they're going to cut off the transition of bringing uh, going from the AAA team to the majors. They're going to cut that off. So you're not going to see too much development players. So that might be a gimme for the Phillies. But we got to hope it works. But like I said, this team is very frustrating, guys. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I don't care if they sweep the St. Louis Cardinals. That's supposed to happen. But you lose to a playoff contender like the Brewers about 2 weeks ago. Now you're going to lose, and you lost to the Braves. You lost 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 to the Braves. So what you're telling me, and what you're telling Adam, and what you're telling some other people here, Dave Arnold, you're telling us that once you get into the postseason, you're going to be eliminated. You guys, I don't know if you guys are wrestling fans out there, but here goes you ever see Santino Marella when he got into the Royal Rumble? All he did is last about 2 seconds. He got in there and got knocked out by Kane. Just to use a wrestling reference, right? That's how I feel like the Phillies postseason is going to be. They're going to get in there and get thrown right out. So here goes Joe Howe goes, if the Phillies make it to the playoffs, does Rhys Hoskins come back and spark the Phillies' need? Good question, but I don't think so. I think Rhys won't be back, and he could be in that dugout. He could be riling this team up all he wants. He could be the water boy. He could come back with 20 different facial hairstyles for all I care. What does that do? What does that do? What does that do when you only can rely on 3 arms? What does that do when you're at bats and your bats are there, but there's occasionally when they take the foot off the gas pedal, and they do it collectively. It's weird. This is time, and I get it, and I don't want to change the narrative of the story, but I kind of agree with Matty B. Like if I get it, if Kyle Schwarber is batting hot right now, if this is the hottest he's been hitting, why don't we just start thinking about dropping him down in the lineup? I get it. Oh, you can't do it because he's comfortable. I get it. He's a great leadoff man. I'm not, but if he's having hot bats right now, if he's having, one of the, he's cooking, he's walking, he's hitting doubles, he's hitting home runs, I would drop him in that lineup. I would drop him in the 4-hole. Have Trey Turner lead off. Have Bryson Stott be number 2. Have Bryce Harper be number 3. And there you go, Kyle Schwarber. It makes sense to me right now. If he's swinging the bat on fire. It shouldn't matter where he's at in the lineup. As long as he's producing, that's all that matters. Does he really need to be in that leadoff spot for him to produce? Does he? Come on. You're the power bat here. Put him at 4. And I think you can solve a lot of problems. I'd like to see a grand salami every once in a while. It's been a while since I've seen a grand salami. But that's my rant of the night. So quickly, let me get through a couple of these great sponsors here on EOP. I know we got 2 more to get into, so just bear with me, and I'll be right back with you. I'm going to go over some scoreboards, and we're going to take a look. Like I said, the Phillies now are not just driving the car, but now they got to look in the rearview mirror and see what's catching up. Like I said, for you guys who played Mario Kart, you know what that's like. You remember you played Mario, right? You have Luigi in your rear view. You have King Koopa. You have Donkey Kong. You remember playing that game? And all it takes is someone to throw a shot at you, and you fall from top of the hill or to the bottom. So let me get into some of these great sponsors. I'll be right back with you.
All right, guys, it's time to talk about Sherry's Tickets. Sherry'sTickets.com is easy to use and has no hidden fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Pay less and play more with Sherry'sTickets.com. Save even more by using the exclusive promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. Do not pay hidden fees and save 10%. Why use any other ticket reseller and get those hard-to-come-by tickets to the big game? If you need a more personal touch, give them a call at 610-494-5050. That's 610-494-5050. Sherry'sTickets.com also has great theater and concert tickets that are hard to get your hands on. Remember, do not overpay and save with the best at Sherry'sTickets.com. Save 10% using the promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. You'll thank us later. Sherry'sTickets.com. All right, guys, when you're staying local and you want to watch a great game or just hang out with some great people, make sure to go to Dolan's Bar at 24 East Sellers Avenue at Ridley Park. Right off of I-95, south of Philadelphia Airport, Dolan's Bar is the place to be. Great music, great times, memorabilia giveaways, great drinks, and even better food. You never know when a former Philly sports icon walks through the door. You got to go to Dolan's, 24 East Sellers Ave at Ridley Park. Tell PJ that EOP sent you. Go to dolansbar.com or follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok. We'll see you there for the game.
All right, guys. Well, there you go. I want to say thanks to my man Dodge, who does a great job doing the voiceovers and all these commercials. So anyway, guys, back to the game here at hand. The Phillies lose tonight 4-1 to the Atlanta Braves. And some of you guys like me are probably now wondering, what are we going to do? Does it really mean anything to you if the Phillies sweep the Cardinals? Probably not. Because the fact that the Cardinals stink and you should be able to walk all over them. That should be automatically get your broom out and sweep them up. However, like Dave said, the Cardinals just took 2 out of 3 from the Braves. So now what? I don't know. Maybe they're playing a little momentum. But the problem is I'm not going to be happy until the Phillies play the Braves next week. When there's another, again, and if the Phillies, so we'll probably be watching, right? The Braves will start pulling people, right? Whatever. As long as they want that 1 seed, I don't know. But if they continue, if they want to fight and keep that 1 seed, yeah, I still want to see what this Phillies team is made of. And it's scary to me that I don't know. Again, in the middle of summer, the arms were looking good. But I guess because the weather's starting to change just a hair, we've come down to reality. And these past couple of games, the pitching hasn't been bad. Ranger Suarez have got you 10 Ks. Right? Even Dylan Covey, who I usually bite my nails, was okay. It's been okay in the bullpen. but there's still major issues here. Again, the bullpen let you down in a couple of these games. Alvarado, Kimbrel. We've been going to the Kimbrel route way too many times. Old man, man, it's tough. It's tough. And tonight, at least I would have been happy with a split. And we don't even split. Anything have we done, we split our underwear. It's terrible. It's terrible, guys. So, like I said, maybe there's fans out there who are finally coming around and realize this Phillies team is not as good as we think we are. Maybe we realize there's the measuring stick. Here's the Braves. Here we are. We're down here. Sure, we can hit with the best of them. Sure. But it's like, I feel like when the hitting's on, the pitching's off. When I feel like the pitching's on, the hitting's off. I just want to be happy for once. And I feel like I can't get it. Joe House says the Phillies versus the Braves next week. The Phillies have to take 2 out of 3. Yeah, Joe. And if they start to pull their stars, Joe, then what? Are you satisfied? Because you're playing against a bunch of bench players? No. And if that happens, I need to make it to September. I really do. I really need you to make it to September. It's scary that this team could be on the outside by the end of September. It can be scary. Nothing's guaranteed in sports except for the Braves got a punch in. The Braves are going to the prom. That disgusts me. That disgusts me that the fact that the Braves won at Simpson Back Park celebrating. Not only did they beat you and wore you down, but they added insult to injury. Because now they celebrated on your field being the NL East champions. So more likely than not, next week they're going to be resting guys, and then at that point they don't care if they lose because they already got their ticket punched and they're going to the big dance. Of course, they're probably going to start playing some of their guys because they don't want to go fall into a wild card position. They want to keep it going so they can, you have to face them in a series. And you think that Phillies team can beat that team in a series? Hello, wake up call. We can't. We can't do it. If you have a better chance of facing the Braves in a wild card spot, 2 out of 3, maybe. But you think you can beat that team at 3 out of 5? Huh. You better open your eyes. Look, I'm a Phillies fan, but like I said, I guess I don't know. I'll keep it real with you. I don't know if we can hang with them. No. As a matter of fact, we can't. Walter checks in and goes, the only game they beat the Braves it was a pitcher who came off rehab, and the next pitcher just came up from the minors. Yeah, Walter. So what you're pretty much telling me, it was a bullpen game. And by the way, that kid Wright gave the Phillies the fits. And that was a bullpen game. Bullpen. The only game they beat the Braves in was a pitcher with Wright who just came off of rehab. Next pitcher who just was from the minors. Wow. Wow. Yeah, the Braves got your number, my friend. The Braves got your number. Just call how I see it. The Braves have their number. It's frustrating. I don't know if we could beat the Cubs in a series. I don't know. I don't know who we can hang with. So, I just want to quickly guys, just like I said, this is tough. This is tough. So, just want to keep you guys alert what's going on. As I do that, like I said, it's tough for me. It's tough for me as a Phillies fan because I know this team's got limits. This Phillies team has limits. You want, like I said, yet last year was nothing more than a one-hit wonder. It was a fluke. I said that last year. It was nothing but a fluke. You got in the dance, you got hot at the right time, and you went on your way. But let's not forget, we didn't win the series. We just got they passed our expectations. Great. But you really think this team can make another run like that? I mean, I listened to Crucky on the broadcast. He still thinks the Phillies are the most dangerous team. I don't know if he has to say that because he works for him, but you tell me where. I mean, every game. I said this previously on my PM and the AM show. Most of these games, you're fighting out of a hole. Look at the series, right? You fell half the time behind in half these games. You were behind, playing from behind. What, down being like 0-3 in runs? You have to play catch up. You can't play catch up with the Braves. Now it's come postseason time. So, guys, I do want to keep you guys posted. Speaking of wild card, I'm going to keep you guys being here. Let's start with the NL. So we all know the Atlanta Braves, who clinch a spot. You got the Dodgers, who are leading the West, and you have the Milwaukee Brewers, who are leading the Central. Then you go slide on down to the wild card spot. The Phillies are up 2 games on the Cubbies. Arizona and Cincy are bound out for the last postseason spot. And like Dave Yarmouth said, coming down the stretch, it's getting tough because you have San Fran and you have the Miami Marlins currently half game out. That door is not shut by any stretch. And of course, if you guys want to know what's going on the AL side of things, the Orioles who are leading things at the top. On the West, you have the Astros, the Al Champions, looking like themselves from last year. You have the Minnesota Twins leading the Central, and of course, the wild card out there is Tampa, the Rangers, and Seattle. Toronto is a game out from trying to make their way in. So again, the Blue Jays are in the hunt. Now let's get back to our beloved Phillies, right? So to keep everyone being with your fighting Phils, here you go. Real fast, I really want to touch on this with you guys when you're fighting Phils. Looking at their upcoming schedule, their schedule, like I said, next week you go facing the Braves. This weekend you have the Cardinals coming up out there in St. Louis. Again, I look at this, right? You still have to go through you go on the road, go to St. Louis, you go on the road to face the Braves, you come home, you take on the Mets. Mets are looking to play spoilers. Then you got 3 with the Pirates. That's a layup. And you have and then you have to go to New York to finish out your season. Again, teams that are looking to play spoilers. Again, the teams that have nothing to play for could be the most dangerous team out there. Oh, look who's checked into the show. And my other co-host to the Fighting Finals. And you catch them every Monday night at 8 p.m. right here on the Edge of Philly Sports Network. My man, Matty B. Phillies magic number is 12 as of right now. So there you go. The Phillies have a shot 12. However, like I said, the major concern for me is by the end of September, they could be outside looking in. Again, you have the Marlins still in the dogfight. You have the Giants who are in the dogfight. You have the Reds. You have the Cubbies who are 2 games behind us. And like I said, it disgusts me. I can't stand the Cowboys. I can't stand the Giants. I can't stand the Penguins. I can't stand the Celtics. So one of your rivals wins something on your turf is a slap in the face to me. Is a slap in the face. I feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed as a Phillies fan. The Braves come in and win the NL East right there celebrating on your turf. It's embarrassing. I got to be honest with you. It's embarrassing. Walter checking in with Matty B says, Matty B, this is embarrassing, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just embarrassed. This is not the series I was hoping for. This is a playoff atmosphere test, and we failed. Second time in 2 weeks. We failed. Pitching. If it wasn't pitching, the hitting gave up. Well, like that said, with all that going on, quickly want to go over the scoreboard with you guys. So here we go. Let's start out right now. The bottom of the second. Sorry, about to go in the third. Padres up on the Dodgers, 1-0. The final of Tampa Bay going into Minnesota won 5-4. The Cubbies uh, lose to the Rockies 7-3. So that actually helps us out. So that gives us kind of some breathing room. Now the Cubbies are 2 games behind us. The Giants won 6-5 over the Guardians. Again, they're gaining ground. Good old Gabe Kapler is gaining ground. Seattle wins 3-2 over the Angels. The Pirates win 7-6 over the Nationals. Two teams are battling for the basement, I guess. St. Louis Cardinals win 1-0 over the Orioles. The Reds win 4-3 over the Dodgers. Again, another team that's in the mix of this hunt of the wild card spot, looking to clinch. The Phillies, like I mentioned, the Phillies lose 4-1 to the Braves. Not happy. Uh, the Rangers go off tonight and go down and go up in Toronto and spank. Welcome to the woodshed. The Rangers win 10-0 over the Blue Jays. The Mets win 7-1 over the D-backs. The Astros win 6-2 over the Oakland A's. The Royals win 7-1 over the White Sox. The Marlins win 2-0 over the Brewers, and the Marlins find themselves playing some hot baseball and a half game out. And of course, the rain continues up in B Town, so the Red Sox and Yankees game got postponed, and they will make it up tomorrow. So there you go. Well, guys, look, I'm going to wrap up the show here. I want to appreciate everybody who's chimed in with me. Uh, it's been a long, stressful series, losing 3 out of 4. But guys, stay tuned because tomorrow Edge of Philly Sports comes right back at you with Party on Broad. You will not get the Tech and Third tomorrow because they did their show on Monday. However, Friday night comes rolling around, and you know what that means. We take a break from the sports world and we get a little hardcore because on the steel steps, you never know who's going to go crashing into the steel steps. It's live pro wrestling talk. You know, our man Hakeem, Joey, everybody loves talking pro wrestling. Our man Chris Wilson, we'll be talking a lot of pro wrestling. So, guys, stay tuned for that. And by the way, Friday night, Mike Lara will have you covered for Phillies and St. Louis Cardinals. Nina Burke checking in. Matty B must be done his training. Matty B is a great Matty B is a great guy, and I love working with that guy. Of course, I think the other my comrade from the Northeast Philly. You know, I was by the Tacony Bridge. My man was right there in Mayfair, so me and him see a lot of eye to eye on things. And of course, my man Walter, Eagles on prime time. Yes, and speaking of Walter, thanks to you for that. Me and my man Matty B, we'll have you covered doing Eagles post game together. So yes, the tag team of me, the Matt and Pat show goes down tomorrow night. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me. This has been a real blast. And guys, stay tuned. Like I said, EOP with more action tomorrow. Party on Broad. The Mike Lauro show, the Mike Big Four Locker Room show, 6 p.m. And then leading you up to Eagles pre halftime and post with all of us guys at EOP. Guys, stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.